for front three, it's going to be Kane in there. It's probably going to be Foden, and then the third choice, it just depends if he sticks with Rashford or if he goes for something different.
The big game on Sunday evening, 7 o'clock, England versus Senegal. Oh, this is going to be fun, Salah. This is going to be very fun. A Senegal without Sadio Mane, but a very strong Senegal nevertheless, beating Ecuador. England, as we watched together earlier this week, which was fantastic to see, with a plethora of attacking players. They have so many attacking talents. Who's your front three for this Senegal side, Salim? Who would you pick?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, Ismail Assar definitely has to be in there.
No, I just meant England. Sorry, I just meant England. Sorry,
Oh,
Senegal. Yeah.
you got okay.
Sorry, I don't want to catch you out there with the Senegalese team
No, I'm
because
just
obviously Mane's out.
outside of Mane is a completely different team, and they even said like the victory was for Mane. He's such a crucial player for them, and it's sad to see players that their teams made it to the World Cup. It probably hurts more than like not going at all. But yeah, I mean, in terms of an England from three, I thought everyone was calling out for Foden. I mean, he was a choice from the fans, and he was amazing that day. As was Marcus Rashford. Fair play to him. He's had a lot of stick. He's had a lot of like drops in form. I thought his quality really shone the other day too.
And he shot the racist up again, just like Saka did last week.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was a shame not to see Saka because I was sort of enjoying watching Saka play. But with players like Foden and Rashford and these players that we've got, they're such like fluid attackers. I mean, like Mason Mount looks completely off it, so I wouldn't even mind playing Foden in midfield. He's got some good legs on him, and he does track back. He's played in a Pep Guardiola system, so he does understand the defensive side of the game and what's expected. For front three, it's going to be Kane in there. It's probably going to be Foden, and then the third choice, it just depends if he sticks with Rashford or if he goes for something different. At the moment, I'm not too sure. For me, if it was up to me, I'd play four. I'd try and get Saka in there as well as Foden and Rashford supporting Kane, and they're all fluid attackers, so they can. You've seen how Kane comes to link play. So the advantage you've got is that when Kane drops deep, and he sort of gets in that 10, sort of that position there, he can play balls in, and you've got pace, with Rashford, and he can get in behind, and he's not half a bad finisher as well. So it's a good combination. It's quite complementary having Rashford in there, as an inside forward.
Do you think Kane has been unfairly criticised in this World Cup for not scoring yet?
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like it's unfair. I feel like he brings a lot more to the game than just goal scoring. I mean, it's different if he's like just a poacher and he doesn't bring anything else to the game. But he contributes a lot.
Lukaku, what?
He links play a lot. Like he's been involved in pretty much every goal. Like whilst he's been on the pitch, he's had great involvement. I feel like it's harsh. When France won the World Cup, I'm thinking, did Giroud score a goal? I don't think he did.
He didn't.
Yeah, so like with Kane, it's a different story. I mean, it's different if it's like a striker who does nothing all game. If you're just a striker that doesn't sort of link play, because not all strikers are that good at playing that ball playing side of the game. A lot of them just want to be in the box and just want chances coming in. But Kane makes a lot happen. He makes a lot of work. Sometimes I feel like he drops too deep. I feel like he needs to be closer to the opposition box where the goals are going to come. I feel like he tries to help out too much defensively. Kind of reminds me a bit of Rooney, how he was at United. I know they're different types of players, but I remember Rooney used to drop deep a lot when he used to be disjointed from the game, sort of detached from it, and he'd go looking for the ball, and Fergie would have to tell him to stay forward. For me, he has to play, but with him dropping deep, it just causes a problem for defenders, like whether they should go, whether they should stay, who picks him up in midfield, and that's where you can get players like Rashford and Foden, Sterling to exploit.
That's honestly what worked so well on Tuesday with Jude Bellingham playing as a bit more of a front man in a number 10 type of zone as well, because you had Henderson coming in, as we saw and we were watching, literally just kind of there, just like covering up whoever was going forward. If Walker went forward, Henderson would sit back. If Bellingham went forward, Henderson would sit back, and it worked really well. Even if Declan Rice went forward, Henderson would sit back to allow the freedom and the creativity as well, which made it a bit easier, literally for the England side as well. I kind of agree with you, to be fair. I would go for a front four of Rashford on the left, Saka on the right, Kane in the middle, obviously, and then Foden behind him, because Foden can get in between the lines just like Harry Kane can as well. So I think it would be fantastic to really see how that would set up. I don't think Mason Mount deserves a chance in the starting lineup for England against Senegal. I don't think he's done enough to warrant a place in there as well, besides being Gareth Southgate's favourite that we've seen and we've spoken about for like 2-3 years now, I would say, Salim. So it's been quite worrying to see how we're still getting in that starting position. If you're going to have anyone as a favourite, it should be Jude Bellingham. Because even for me personally, even if they were to go for someone like Henderson, Rice, and Bellingham in midfield as opposed to Mount, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be against it, because when you're freeing up Bellingham and you're letting Henderson do the work, the legwork basically that he does, it means you're getting the freedom of Jude Bellingham, the freedom of Bukayo Saka, and the freedom of, for example, Phil Foden or Marcus Rashford, with Harry Kane dropping in deep as well. Especially against this Senegal side, who we've seen are literally just so good in midfield as well. Ghana Gay has done fantastic for them so far. Kouyaté has done so well. Getting past this defense will be the big test. Koulibaly, we all know what Koulibaly's been about at centre back as well. And you're looking at Mendy, the goalkeeper as well. He hasn't been in the best of forms that we've seen him previously, like he has been under Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea side as well. Can you expect a win from this England side against Senegal? I certainly can. I genuinely think that we can beat this team.
Yeah, I've actually been surprised, with Southgate not playing five at the back against Wales or in the other games, because especially after Iran, I thought he would have just played five at the back, six at the back, as he does a five at the back with two defensive midfielders as well. Ultra negative football, try and nick a goal off a set piece or something like that. But I've been surprised. I feel like we are playing a lot better than we have in previous tournaments. I think Bellingham, another player that has to start, maybe he can play in the 10 as part of that front four. And, I feel like if we keep going the way we are and take the game to Senegal, I feel like we can definitely get past them. And then, the quarterfinals, okay, then, that's sort of the business end of the tournament that we're at.